Well, I guess Marquis is just kind of a loner and can't really talk to people well. Heavens forfend. Sorry. That such a thing would happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? Yeah, he has an Imperial short sword, and the fact that he was wearing all Imperial gear. This is Guardian Steel, which means the man who was watching Marquis was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before the more Imperials come. Sounds good. Sounds good. We probably should... If they're watching Marquis, maybe we should send Marquis to the immortal flames. And here comes Alphinaud.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate.
Hey, voice acting. Thank you, game. Appreciate it.
At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Sid Garland. I have come for you.
Oh, that's it. I completely forgot about that. Holy crap, how could I forget about it? That's how we meet him.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano.
Wow, I completely got Elliot's voice wrong. Completely.
I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait,
And I got Sid's voice wrong. God damn it.
Hear me, Sid. Eorzea needs you.
Sid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life.
Damn.
But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you? Alphinaud Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did.
I don't remember who his grandfather was. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was his grandfather the person that... it may be true, may not be true, but there was one last scion before the Realm Reborn came around to be and everything. His father... Maybe his grandfather. I think his grandfather was a scion. I think that's why he's standing against the primal and imperial foes. I think that's the story
no secret
here.
what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, Our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Sid.
I have an airship?
Oh yeah, you do. Oh yeah.
Yes, Sid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
What's gonna happen here? Oh, now that's as I said, I know.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
And we got Sid! Holy crap, I completely forgot that that's how we meet him. It's been forever since I played this through. I'm glad I'm actually reliving all this and replaying all this. It's actually really nice. Okay, so now, what is our main quest? Hold on, it's like, I need to pop a finger here. Okay, I'm good now. What do I go for the main quest now? Do I talk to these guys? While you were catering to a company of buffoons every whim, I was gathering information on our feathered foe. As a result, I was not present when the Guardians came. I suppose we should be grateful for our good fortune, though it matters little should Garuda grow powerful enough to bring yours to heel. What about you here? The Enterprise. I've heard that name before, but where? I believe we have to go over to Gridania for this, I think. Maybe we do. I think we gotta go to Gridania for this. Let me check. Is there a recommended quest? Let's see, recommendations. I don't think I need to be any level, but I do have to go over to Gridania to try to find the airship. I think that's where we have to head over first. Before I do that, though, let me go and see if I can swing by... well, actually, I'm going to talk to him first. Make sure that maybe Elliot has some kind of information for us. He has no information for us. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see if we can swing over to Central Thanalan. I'm just going to go ahead and teleport there. We're going to log the dungeon and we'll head to Gridania. And then from there, we'll see if we can find Sid's airship. Kind of to explain to you guys a little bit about the backstory of airships and why they're important. Ever since the calamity happened, you know, the Great War, and then following the calamity, the airships became a very rare thing. And that's why only a couple of people can get airship passes, because airships are just not a common thing. Nobody can technically own an airship because they just, I don't know, at that point it's just like a breach of security. If everybody could own an airship, that anybody could attack anyone at any moment. So let's say if an empire were legally allowed to have airships, then they could probably invade Eorzea right now without even, you know, giving a second or third thought. They could just immediately invade. The problem lies with airships is that now it's a little bit more, I guess, unique to have an airship. And Sid and his company are one of the few people ever to even own an airship at all. And that's what we're gonna do, is see if we can discover where the airship is located at. But before we do that, I want to swing by and see if I can get the dungeon unlocked over here. There we go, passing by all the enemies for now. There we go, there it is. Let's go ahead and unlock this destination. I think we gotta use, yeah, there we go, we gotta use Nemeli Lilies. Now we'll unlock the dungeon for us. There's the Cutter's Cry, a labyrinth of sand-ridden caverns. And you hear that? And you hear that? That sounds like the wolfling snort where the fire catches. That's the Chimera. Nor that I've ever seen it. Sure, go right in. If you're that certain of your ability to make it out of one piece, just don't expect me to go trotting in there after you, no matter how hard you wail and holler. Ah, you promised old Sybil the Stoic, did you? Here's what called a man of principle he is. A little too much principle, I'd say. What's wrong with wanting to live? God damn it. What's wrong with wanting to live when you're a wife at home, big with child? Ah, the tale goes that rather than facing the fate spun by him by Nemea, he hid beneath the mangled body of the leader and watched as his companion were torn apart, one by one. And also God damn it. Also that he might return home to see his son born. Should he have died a hero rather than lived a coward? Was being able to see his son worth having a boy grown knowing his father was a craven, a disgrace to his friends and family? Should I ever find myself faced with a similar decision, would I have the courage to walk in the righteous path? Now you know the true reason I will never step into that cave. Well, thanks for the backstory. Now I unlock the dungeon. Which dungeon is this here? Oh, Cutter's Cry. This is level 38 stuff. We could probably do this around level 38. For now, though, we unlock this. We can head over to Black's Route to Gridania and see if somebody here, maybe in the Adventurers Guild, will have information on where we can find the airship. Because it's somewhere here, we just gotta find it. It landed somewhere in Gridania, and we'll most likely find a way to seek it out. Who knows? It doesn't give us a main quest, so I think we gotta go over here. I don't remember what I did afterwards. Pretty sure we just had to go over to Gridania and try to find it. As soon as it loads in, we'll just walk around for a bit. Maybe check the... who would have it, though? Who would have it in Gridania? Maybe the airship master would have it? Maybe. Could be a possibility. Sight to behold. Inconvenience adventure. Preserve the past. Broaden horizons. Unless I have to get to level 36 in order to get it, then I don't know where I can go. Maybe, like I said, maybe I'll have to go over to the airship landing and find it. But there has to be a place for me to go to. Let me check recommendations here. For the recommendations, it doesn't really give me much here. It just tells me some of the quests that I could do around the area. But overall, I think one of these places should offer me the ability to find the airship. They did say it was in Gridania when I talked to them. So maybe I could talk to like an assistant or something. Hello there, ship ticketer. Purchase passage Oda, Limson Minsa, Golden Saucer, nothing. Welcome to the airship landing, hello. Serpent Flyer. Well, what soldier, come and join us on the front line, or perhaps you have a question to ask about frontline campaigns, rules of engagement, ask about rewards. No, not really. I don't really need to do any of that. Maybe we could board the airship? Actually, I would have no idea. Give me a moment, let me check that out here one bit. Hey guys, I'm back. Finally figure out what I need to do. So turns out, if you're stumped, just want to let you know ahead of time, what you need to do is talk to Elliot, if you're in the same position as me. Do the quest Plagued by Indecision. Just grab it. You don't really need to do it. And then it will unlock the main campaign. I guess the game thought that maybe you would have done this quest Plagued by Indecision by the time in order to get to level 36. So maybe just kind of started just doing stuff, whatever. And yeah, nevertheless though, I went ahead and just cleared up some things from my hunting log. Got some things taken care of to level 35, which is pretty normal for me. After that, when we get to level 40, I'll go through, in my off time, clear up the hunting log, or we'll just hunt down some things if you ever see them ourselves. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and start on the main quest here. He who waited behind. What a curious twist of fate, the Master Sid Garland. I'm gonna change the voice again, by the way. What a curious twist of fate, the Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies my imagination. Beg your pardon, Elliot. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of calamity, much like the Great Globby Wall of Ulda, or Gooby Wall of Ulda. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Coerthas. I don't know, I called the place Coerthas for the longest time, but whatever. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud. Let's see, I'm gonna do trust. I just checking the FC chat just in case. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Folgore Float, the closest settlement to Kurthus. Mayhap the Serpent Station there would have records of events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has needs for you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and CID, Elliot. I can easily do that. So we gotta go over to... We got Peach with us, by the way. He is just going to be hanging on with us. North Shroud, and we go back to Folgore Float to see if they've seen any sightings of an airship. This is actually good for us to check out because we kind of do need to get the airship. Because having an airship just in general is like a huge liberation, kind of like a liberating thing that gives us a pass to travel wherever we want in Final Fantasy XIV in Eorzea. Airships, like I said before, have a huge big deal. If you own an airship or lucky enough to own an airship, then you are to be known for, like, I don't know, just to be known for having the you literally have the means to travel all over the place, and that is a pretty big deal. A lot of groups out there would find you dangerous just because you have an airship. So we got to be very careful about, you know, the reports and everything. Make sure that Sid is not known to be the one with the airship, because the Empire will probably come after him. Who knows? Is it aught I can assist you with, miss? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Ah, yes, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Kurthus. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vortifort. Okay, Voltifort. Jesus Christ. At Florental Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I'm unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even though you locate the airship, even should you locate the airship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tale that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Well, good thing we got an engineer, but that will never know about it. I'm not sure if we should be trusting the. I think we should be trusting the grand companies with our findings, though. I mean, it's not like they're enemies for us or anything, so I think it'll be okay for us to kind of entrust them with whatever secrets that we have. As long as they don't support the Empire, then we should be a-okay, I think. Let's fly over here and see if mapping the around North Shroud. Not bad, we got another achievement. Lovely. And a fate we turn into, or run into. We're not going to worry about it for now. Stuck to Vortifort. Vortifort? Oh, Fart. Whatever. Vortifort. You come, god damn it, I can, hold on a second, I need some water. Sorry about that, guys. You have come in search of Vortifort, then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Kurthus. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. Really now, if you could tell us more about it, that'd be great. 'Twas on the evil battle Cartano, night of the 5 years ago, on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then all of a sudden, the most fantastic ship I've ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountain to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during Calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Kurthus. The astrologians at the observatory may have records which could help, but to obtain them, you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind the gates. Even now, they have little regards for the plight of our nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assign you, Jesus Christ, I can't speak, sorry. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider proving your service to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Well, in that case, Peach, you know where we're going? We're going to Kurthus Central Highland. That's where we're going. One of the few places out there that I really, really like, mostly because of its biome, and I'm going to just show you guys in a little bit. This place is at nice condition, nice weather. This place is pretty. Hey, mapping over the realm, Kurthus Central Highland. We already got that mapped out already. I guess the map just gets unlocked for us as soon as we enter the place. Nevertheless, though, this is one of my favorite biomes ever in this area. Mostly because, of all the snow. We went from down the river, down there, towards North Route, up here, where it's nice and snowy. I mean, the weather is kind of foggy right now. There are a lot of clouds everywhere. There's some Gubu we can possibly attack. Huh, maybe we could, like, hunt him down. Not gonna worry about that, though. Let's see, let me go over here. By the way, the NPC we talked to, when he mentioned the Wall of Gubu, apparently that was a player event back in, I believe maybe either a Ram Reborn or it was before Ram Reborn came around to be. So back in patch 1.0 Final Fantasy XIV. Apparently there was a player event where a lot of players that got the Gubu mount, they lined up in front of Ul'dah, or I believe it was in front of Ul'dah. They lined up in front of Ul'dah in central Thanalan and just made a wall of Gubu. They just kind of blocked the area. It was pretty funny to watch. It was definitely entertaining. They just made a wall, I think somewhere around the gates outside of here, either in near the steps of Nald or the gate of Thal, one of those two. One of the gates. Not sure which one, but apparently it was a reference to a player event, which is kind of neat actually. And now we enter the first Decaternal Observatory. What is it called? First Decaternal Observatorium of Ethereal and Astrological Phenomena, FDOAAP. Dope. That's a weird acronym. I guess we'll just call it the Observatorium. They just make it a lot easier. Just call it Observatorium. This is where astrologians have studied the art and just general astrology. Just pretty neat. This place is just a nice little camp, but it should be pretty fun for us to hang out at Quest here for sure. What I'm gonna do actually is wrap up right around here. I know this, a little bit earlier than usual, but this is a pretty good time for us to kind of take a break. And me and Peach, we'll come back to this area pretty soon and see what the observatory has for us. Because now we're getting to the point where we enter in the Kurthas area, the Central Highlands and everything. This area, we're probably going to be sticking around here for some time because there's a lot of stuff to do here. A lot of stuff. There's a dungeon and everything like that. I can't wait to do it. Also, the bunch of fates which you can grind out to get easy experience. This is the place to level, if anything. I want to do like all these side quests here. I want to explore this area, this area all over the place. Yeah, but let's get... can't speak whatsoever, sorry about that. Nevertheless though, hope you enjoyed. My name is Tamriel, and I'll see you all next week in more Final Fantasy XIV. Like, subscribe, and as always, have a great day. See ya. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Tamriel. Welcome to Hello, what have we got here? Hello ladies, how's it going? Breasts are the treasure thing that. I kinda wanna say you could dress better.